A chilly afternoon as we get set to tee it up here on EA Sports College Football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Vikings kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Moore. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. Looking for the edge, it's Montgomery. All over him immediately.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Caught behind the line, it's Montgomery. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got it. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Vikings are rolling down the field. They'll give it on the counter. Looking for a crease. Might have a chance. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Vikings pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Sells the run. Wants to pass. Got his man. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part,
makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Quick give. It's Avant. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go, ready. Blue 30, blue 30.
To throw, it's Logan. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. The receiver on the jet sweep. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Second and long here. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The snap sets up to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The run inside. It's Avant. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Dropping back, it's Logan. Escapes the pressure to his right. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Right at the line. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits inside. It's Avent. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Just feeds the running back. Brought down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. It's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Logan. Grabbed behind the line, it's Avant. Turning it on. Lowers those pads. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Yeah, and you can tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but keyword being after the catch.
Long way to go on second down. Straight ahead, it's Avent. Shakes off the defender.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Misses badly on that one.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. This is now a 7-point game.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Deep in the end zone, it's Moore. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Looking for a man. It's Frost. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. There he goes. Past the 50. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the gun, it's Montgomery. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Lays out and makes a sweet grab along the left sideline.
He's brought down near the 16-yard line. First down for the offense.
The Vikings will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Montgomery. Knocked down immediately. The Vikings with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down to the air. Rolls right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be dragged down. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Running inside, it's Avant. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Logan. Looking left. He's got it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play, but if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Right side, it's Avant. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Third and long right here. Back to throw, it's Logan. Fires to the middle. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This
makes the grab and room to run. Touchdown, Vikings! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Logan. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Big guy smells it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vikings.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he makes the extra point.
Number 48, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sets his feet. It's Logan. They're all over him. Takes a hit as he fires. On target over the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Drops back on 1st down. Rush right in his face. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Here we go, ready. 22, go.
Got a little space. He's still on the move. A last-ditch effort to get some points before the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, Week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Washington State Cougars taking on the number 18 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's Washington State with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Snap on first down, wants to throw.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now on first down from the 30. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Direct snap. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Looking downfield, it's Logan. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D-end getting that sack.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They just need a first down, but he wants more than that. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Number 48, set to advance on the football.
On the return, it's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Montgomery. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, it's Frost. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
A high kick trying to pin them deep.
And that's got to be a big-time break, because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
Wide, 53, wide, and he goes.
The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Complete to the left. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a 1st down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Out wide right, it's Avant. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Obviously, great job picking up the 1st down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Looking to throw, it's Logan. Out wide left, it's Avant. Could not make his way to the corner.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Wants to throw again. He uncorks a bullet to the right. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the 1st half of this game. So here they are now early in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the 1st half, and here they are in the 2nd half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And we've got a man down, shaken up on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. He'll bring it out. It's more. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to...
Unloads it downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field.
Here we go, ready. Let's go.
Quick give. It's Avant. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Dropping back, it's Logan. Buying time to his right. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And, guys, that is a tough holding call. It'll back them up. Still first and goal, but now more territory to navigate. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Avant. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Into the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Montgomery. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second and long here. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Oh, pressure's coming. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Motion from the wideout. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw. It's Logan. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Long way to go on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, five. Ready, five. Go.
From the gun. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make the play on it.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right side, it's Nakua. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his man. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the red zone, it's Avant. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Rushes on. Snags it.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Good teams find ways to win, and bad teams find ways to lose, and that's an example of that right there. You need a touchdown to tie or take the lead here in the 2nd half. You've got a golden opportunity down in the red zone. You just can't put it on the ground.
The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. It's inside. It's Montgomery. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Backed up at their own 13-yard line. It's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got...
Breaks into the open on the left. The 40. The 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Vikings! That should move them closer to this elusive 2nd win of the year as they build this 4th quarter lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Number 48, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Back to pass, it's Logan. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab down the middle. It's a seam wide open. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives them some breathing room.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Out wide right, it's Odom. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and the level the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Could be an alley at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Viking. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. To the air, it's Logan. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
On the run, fires downfield. Finds a tight end. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Wants to throw one first. Sends it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going to try to get it himself. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
With the lead late in the game, this defense right now knows that the opponent's going to be throwing the football. They're doing a nice job mixing up their coverages, but also changing their personnel, sometimes putting extra DBs on the field.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds. They'll need a bunch on second down. To the air. It's Logan. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Second and long here. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.